वेलकम सम्पूर्णलाई वेलकम छ। तेरी कस्तो बिजोग छ यार लाइभ गर्नु। जोइनस लाइभमा आउनु सम्पूर्णलाई। यसैका साथ नेपालको लागि दोस्रो जग्गा भएन भने टाइम स्लाइड गरेर बचाए। भएन भने टाइम स्लाइड गरेर बचाए। फेरि पनि सम्पूर्णलाई स्वागत छ। हामी कहिजना भन्दैन कोहीजना वाचिङै छैन फेरि कतै बिजोग छ। कोही छैन त लाइभ फेरि लाइभ चाहिँ किन आउँदैन कि यिनीहरू फेरि। खोइ त यार कोही छैन त नि।
Driven through the offside, I think he is going to continue with the aggressive approach because won't run away the whole way for 4. Will just come up short of the boundary. So 2 overs gone. Ball moved to 9 for none.
लाइभ आएको छ त्यहाँदेखि कोही आउँदैन भने जाउँ।
Esewa at backward point. Yeah, this is the first of 4 one-day internationals we're going to be broadcasting. Back to Nepal, back to the Indian subcontinent, back to Papua New Guinea, and of course to North America. In 2 days' time, we'll make the move across. We'll have a rest day tomorrow, a much needed rest day, particularly for Papua New Guinea. 2 games in 2 days for them. Now continues to be in the action at backward point. But in 2 days' time, we'll have the move across to the primary ground here. Magnificent Oman Cricket Academy, #1 oval, and that is exactly where the group stages of one of the 2 groups at the T20 World Cup will be played. Huge achievement for Omani cricket, that to become the co-hosts of the T20 World Cup, sharing that with the UAE. Fuller this time, right into the block hole, but nicely kept out. 4 overs gone. Nepal are 18 for none. Ravu will continue from the Al Emirate end of the ground. Just a clip off his legs really there from Asif Sheikh. Correction from Kushal Mala. Graphics getting me confused at the bottom of my screen. Talked about how Ratel works the ball into funny areas. That was whipped into the leg side from Ratel, but if you look at the line of the delivery outside the off stump, really wristy stuff. Thuds into the pad, big appeal, but surely too high. Yeah, and indeed.
लाइभ चाहिँ कहाँ छ के छ नि
So Picana will continue from the pavilion end of the ground. Oh, that's meat and drink. That's short and it's wide. And it's cut away for a dish home. Fibernet for just getting to the rope. I think Sese Pei thought he might have had a chance as it slowed up a little just as it approached the rope, but that is a poor delivery. And as I was saying, Asif Sheikh's technique, such a strong one. Equally as proficient on the front door, back foot. It's a real freebie ball. Didn't see too many of those served up by the Nepali attack. PNG need to make some changes quickly. Slightly better length, a bit fuller that time. Sheikh just shoulders arms through to the keeper. Sheikh, one of two Sheikh brothers in this side. Asif and Arif Sheikh. Arif Sheikh we'll see probably in the middle order if he is needed today. Also saw him with the ball today for the first time in ODI cricket. Just a couple of overs for him. His military medium part-timers. That's better. That's back on the hard back of a length where the tall, rangy left arm Prakana needs to be. So do keep me company here in the commentary box. A flood of comments and questions in during the first innings. Keep them coming. There to me, Andrew Leonard, your commentator, at Cricket Badge on either Instagram or Twitter. Make sure to read out some of those. Do keep me company because I'm flying solo all throughout this week. Well, hopefully Thursday and Friday we'll have a few guest commentators alongside me as well. But yeah, let me know what you want to talk about. How much are you looking forward to Cricket World Cup League 2 for both Nepal and then Papua New Guinea who'll be in action? Of course, PNG going to the T20 World Cup. What about that? Nepal will have their chance to get back to a T20 World Cup, but they'll have to wait till 2022 and have their qualifier early in the year next year for that event, which is due to be hosted in Australia. It was a really disastrous campaign for Nepal the last time out in the T20 World Cup qualifying structure. I think they lost out to Singapore, wasn't it? It was indeed Singapore who beat out Qatar, Nepal, Kuwait and Malaysia. Something of an outside edge, maybe a little bit more off the face of the bat, always in control. So he'll keep the strike. The score moves to 29 for none after 6 overs. So yeah, keep those comments or questions coming in. Do get in touch on Twitter or Instagram at Cricket Badge. I'll read some of those out over the coming overs, but for now we're going to focus on the action because the leg spinner is being brought into the attack early. That's CJ Charles Amini, who was the pick of the attack for my money yesterday. I was talking to him last night after the game and he was saying he really enjoyed bowling from this end of the ground. He felt the conditions favoured him. It's where Lamachani had most of his success, taking 3 wickets. Good fielding. Got to get support from your fielders as a leg spinner. But yeah, he just looked in a lovely rhythm yesterday, Charles Amini. And brought into the game in the power play, so he'll only have 2 fielders outside the circle. Those fielders at deep square leg and out at long off. Nepal, of course, have the benefit of facing one of the stars of the global game, Sandeep Lamachani, in the nets every day. But CJ Amini, he really is a talent. I was mightily impressed by his bowling yesterday. Mainly leg spinners, not a huge number of googlies. Big appeal, probably just going down the leg side, but I tell you what, that might be a little bit closer than you think as well. If Amini could have just gotten that to straighten a little bit more. That's wrapped. Asif Sheikh on the pad, let's take a look. Yeah, pitched in line, but it just didn't straighten enough. He needed it to turn. It's just skidded on, really. And this time, Asif Sheikh much more watchful in defence. Won't be a huge amount of turn to start with because of how new the ball is. So with 2 new balls in operation, 1 from either end, this is just the 4th over that's been bowled with this ball. I think that one was the googly at the back of the hand, so he won't close out a maiden. And Asif Sheikh will keep the strike. A single to close out the 7th over. It's 30 for none. So still no breakthrough for Papua New Guinea. I'm trying to find a way to break this opening partnership. Just the smallest hint of movement there into the right-handed Asif Sheikh. More comments and questions coming in. Good one here from Sagar Awal on Instagram. He's telling me that Asif is really underrated batsman. His technique and shot selection, he rates as one of the very best. I wouldn't disagree with you. He looks well beyond his years, just 20 years of age. Flawless technique, really. And so correct. And the thing that Sheikh will enjoy in particular is the additional time to work with, because it's a 50-over ODI. It's his first one ever today. There will be some nerves, of course. Nowhere near their usual high standards. Onto the front foot, well kept out. And yeah, I don't think the strike rate's going to bother Asif Sheikh too much. He just wants to get a taste of what ODI cricket is all about. Get a taste of the local conditions here in Oman. This will be the one and only game that Nepal will play on this, the second of the two ovals here. Because on Thursday and Friday we'll move across to the main ground, which has some rather phenomenal looking LED floodlights that have just been installed. A lovely straight drive. Straight as a die will just be a single. And those floodlights are going to be in competitive action internationally for the first time on Thursday. USA against Papua New Guinea. 2:30 p.m. local starts. Same again the next day for Nepal against Papua New Guinea. And then all 6 matches of ICC Cricket World Cup League 2 between the hosts Oman, Nepal and the United States will all be played as day-nighters under floodlights. And that decision primarily being made because of the temperatures that we're hitting. It says 35 degrees in front of me. I'm not too sure about that. It feels an awful lot hotter. Definitely more humid today than it was yesterday. Just cannons into the pad. A very ambitious appeal from Kipling Dariga. That closes out the 8th over. Nepal going at 4 and over. It's 32 for none. So Kanamini find the breakthrough. Need to at least pick up a couple of wickets, start to put this game back in the balance. Nicely driven down the ground. That's out to one of the two fielders that are allowed outside the 30-yard circle for this first power play, which is a 10-over period, deep square leg and long off also. The two men out. So Amini will only have to bowl one more over. There are 5 more balls in this power play. Slower through the air, nicely held back. Holds his hand to his head. You can always tell if you're watching any live cricket, try to watch your bowlers that bowl from all different angles, different dimensions. Also, I love watching a leg spinner from behind, from the batter's end really. The angle we're at for the commentary position here gives you a real sense as to the pace that Amini is bowling at and the dip that he gets, quite a late dip. He's not a kind of bowler to throw it up, toss it up into the air. It doesn't go above the eye line necessarily. But it's the perfect arc really that you should aspire to as a leg spinner. Nice high release point. Coming down towards the batsman, trying to challenge.
अफिसियल में यस्तो भयो है
शॉपिंग र जामले गर्दा हजुरको म्याच छुट्यो त
त्यो सो हुँदा हुँदै मेरो फेभरेट टिमको म्याच छुट्ने त चान्सै भएन मैले पहिले नै शेड्युल रेकर्ड गरेर राखेको थिएँ
डिश होमको भिडियो रेकर्डिङ सुविधाले तपाईले प्रोग्राम रेकर्ड गरी आफ्नो समयमा हेर्न सक्नुहुन्छ डिश होम खुशीको कनेक्सन
आज एउटा नयाँ मुभी देखाउँछु छिटो तयार हौ छिटो आउन सुरु हुन लागिसक्यो
हस् म आउँदैछु
ल हेर डिश होममै फर्स्ट डे फर्स्ट शो
दिस होममै फर्स्ट डे फर्स्ट शो
हेर्नुहोस् डिश होम सिनेमा घरमा हलिउड बलिउड तथा नेपाली नयाँ मुभीहरू फर्स्ट डे फर्स्ट शो वर्ल्ड वाइड रिलिजका साथ आफ्नै घरमा सपरिवारका साथ डिश होम खुशीको कनेक्सन
विश्वकै उत्कृष्ट फुटबल लिग स्पेनिस ला लिगा अब एक्सन स्पोर्ट्स HD2 मा आजै आफ्नो सिजन टिकट सुरक्षित टिकट
गर्नका लागि 1660 01 22 098 011 55 00